Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pick a Stack Wednesday, best day of the week. It is currently raining here in the center of Minnesota, which is really nice because it's not snowing. And it's been snowing and snowing and snowing, and we're kind of getting tired of that white stuff. So at least it's raining today. And April showers do bring May flowers, so let's go with that. If you are new to Pick a Stack, this is what we do here. Your mission is to think of an idea, an issue, or a question pertaining to your life, your loved ones, or your community or the world, and then you choose a stack. Each stack is hidden under a box because I'm trying to encourage everybody to use their intuition. So each stack includes 2 tarot cards from 2 different decks, 1 oracle card, and a crystal, and each stack tells a story. And hopefully it resonates with you. This is stack 1, stack 2, and stack 3. You can choose 1 stack, 2 stacks, or all 3 stacks. And I highly encourage everybody to listen to the whole video or watch the whole video. I do a blessing at the end, but you might learn something in stack 3 that you weren't expecting. So you just never know. All right. I have my crystal singing bowl here. This is the crown chakra bowl. So that's what you hear in the background. And then also in the background of the video, you have this. This is one of Mike's pieces. It actually lights up, but I didn't plug it in. And the reason I'm putting this here is because we're going to go do a rock show pretty soon, and he's going to sell all of his items. So I wanted to make sure that I get this one in before he comes and picks it up. All right. Having said all that, let's get started. If you chose stack number 1, dun dun dun, your stone is a gray cat's eye. Gray cat's eye. And this helps its wearer to be emotionally stable. Should we send a bunch of these to, all the big corporations and government and stuff? It can also help protect you from astral attacks. It can help strengthen family ties. It also helps you have a strong will and promote concentration. So it's a really good stone for students. Come on, focus on this. There we go. It can nurture feelings of love, and physically, it can help with your digestion. So this is a really good stone to carry on your person, especially in like a pants pocket that's closer to your digestive system. It helps reduce blood pressure. It can help eliminate weariness and irritability. It's also a good stone to keep like in a cash drawer, cash register, some place where you keep your money, because it's going to attract more. So that is your stone. Attract more love, more money, more whatever helps you be safe and secure and stable. All right, your first card is from the Tarot Grand Lux. I'm trying to find places to put stuff here. Okay, so what's interesting is in Pick a Stack, I read uprights, and all the cards are upright. Except apparently I missed one. This is the Sun card. This is what it looks like right side up. This is card number 19. Only it's in reverse. So normally I would say, this is the happiest card in the deck. And because it's in reverse, and I'm going to go like this. Accidentally, ha ha ha, there's no such thing. This is a message that you're not seeing the good. You're focusing on either the lack of good or the negative. This is the happiest card in the deck, and it's upside down. So whatever it is that's going on in your life, whatever you're focusing on, whatever your question is about, you're not seeing the positive. You're focusing on the negative or on the lack of positive. And you need to turn this around. Find that silver lining in the cloud. It's there. It's always there. In every single situation, there is positive. For example, when my son left this world, I could look at that as a negative, but I turn it around. I go, you know what? I can help people with my experience. So that's the positive. Plus, I know he's still with me. So there's always, always, always a positive. And that's what you need to be focusing on. Stop focusing on the lack or the negative. All right, so we're going to add to that a card from the Spirit Song Tarot. Okay. Guys, this is weird because these are all upright as well, except for this one. So in stack number 1, you've got 2 reversals. I don't do reversals in Pick a Stack, but apparently I am today for you. This is the 8 of Feathers, also known as the 8 of Air, or the 8 of Swords. This is, again, because it's in reversal, this is you focusing on the negative. That's 8 of Swords. It's feeling overwhelmed. It's feeling like, boy, there's somebody out there is feeling like self-pity, like, why is this happening to me? Stop thinking that way. Why is this happening to you? It's because you need to wake up, or you need to see how strong you are, or you need to learn something about yourself. Okay? So who's ever picked stack 1, I want you to turn this upside down. Turn it upside down. Start focusing on the positive, all the great things about you and about your life. Stop focusing on the negative or the lack of positive. And stop focusing on lack. When you focus on lack, the universe brings you lack. When you focus on being a magnet for good people and money and all the resources that you need to build a beautiful life, then that's what the universe brings to you. Okay? So it's interesting because you've got this cat's eye, which is very protective. And it helps you be emotionally stable, which is going to help you take these and turn them right side up. All right. Your third card is from the Secret Language of Animals, and you get the Orange Blossom Jellyfish. It is not in reverse, which it shouldn't be because they're all upright. This is card number 35. 35. And it's orange. Orange is this color of joy. It's sacral chakra. It can also, there's yellow in there, so it can also be solar plexus chakra. Hang on one second. All right. The Orange Blossom Jellyfish says transparency, sensitivity, surrender, and illumination. While many animals of the fire realm call us into action, jellyfish comes with an invitation to discover the sacred power of surrender. There is a master plan unfolding, and the message for today is to trust the greater currents of life. Sometimes we are so intent on fulfilling our goals and commitments that we sprint ahead with tunnel vision. Despite the subtle messages of life, we force ourselves out of the flow. And when we force ourselves out of the flow, we get those cards that are in reverse. So the jellyfish teaches us that all is provided within the flow of the tides. Action may still be required, but not forced action. Strain no more. Come into harmony with your own greater currents and surrender your agenda and intentions to the universe. What must be achieved can be done with grace and ease. So appropriate for the other cards here. Because we had this. This is, maybe you're forcing what you think needs to be done. We need to go with the flow. That's what this is saying. Go with the flow. Think of the jellyfish. If you've ever seen a jellyfish in the water, even if it's on TV or something, it just undulates. It goes with the tide. It goes with the water, whichever way the water's flowing. And that's how we need to be. But we also need to be focusing on our self-worth, and our emotional center. We need to go with our emotional center. Get your brain out of it. That left brain is, it's the start of so many things that I was going to say that get us into trouble, and my guide stopped me. It doesn't get us into trouble. It just distracts us from what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be thinking from the heart, not thinking from the left brain. I mean, unless you're an accountant and that's part of your job, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your life in general. Go with the flow so you can flip these over. I also want to point out this is the 8 of feathers, and the jellyfish is a 35, which is an 8. So you do have 8s here, which they are all about you and all about abundance. So the abundance is there. You're just focusing on the lack. So let's cut that out. All right, let's have a little singing bowl. There we go. And if you chose stack number 2, your stone, which really isn't a stone, is fulgurite. Let me hold this. Fulgurite. Focus. Come on, focus. There we go. See the little hole? It's a little tube. This is also called lightning sand. It's when lightning, come on. There we go. I gotta have more of my hand in there. When lightning hits sand, it creates stone. And you can see where the lightning went right through, and the sand fused together on all the way around where the bolt was. So this is a really cool piece to have on your altar, not to carry in your pocket because, it's pretty fragile. But it carries the energy of lightning. You want to get stuff done. Like, I got to tell you right now, my thumb and my forefinger, which are touching this thing, they're buzzing right now. They're just absolutely buzzing. So this fulgurite comes from a region of the Sahara Desert, and it can help enhance communication on the physical plane and strengthen the communication with higher planes. It can be used to alleviate distractions, help you concentrate. Think about that lightning bolt. It comes from the heavens and it comes down, and it's very concentrated and focused. You can use this to increase the power of a crystal grid, or, the crystals on your altar. It's also really good in healing physical issues with your body, like ears, nose, throat, intestines, colon, esophagus, things like that. I mean, just look at it. It looks like an esophagus, right? It looks like a colon. So I wouldn't carry this on my person, but I would meditate with it. Absolutely. Lightning infused sand. So that's bringing some power in here. All right, your first card is from the Tarot Grand Lux. And we get the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. This is the queen who, she's been there, done that. She's popped up a lot lately because we've mastered our swords. We've been working with our swords. We've been accepting our swords. Maybe we're collecting them. Maybe we got a whole wall full of swords and we're collecting them. That's cool. We don't need to carry all the swords. We don't need to even fight anymore. I mean, she's holding this sword, but it's kind of like it's a photographic opportunity. She's totally not ready to fight right now. I mean, just look at her. With that headdress and that outfit and the jewelry, yeah, she's not going to fight. She's been there, done that. She doesn't need to fight anymore. Now she's ruling. She's taking care of the people. She's, and it doesn't matter, male or female. But this person is like the head of the family. Be the head of the family. Take care of the family. Now, it might come down to at some point where, yeah, you do have to stick up for your family, but you know how to do it because you've already done it, because that's how you got where you are. Okay, you've held yourself high and majestically and you know how to do that. Also, swords represent communication and truth. So you know the truth, you know how to communicate. All right. Let's see what the Spirit Song Tarot brings, and we get the card of love. This is represented by 2 wolves in this deck. And the cool thing about wolves is they can be by themselves or they can be in the pack. Either one. They're comfortable in both. They'd much rather have a mate, right? So this is showing something about a partner. I'm getting the word partner. And that can be a work partner. Maybe you're starting up a business and you have a partner, or maybe it's a life partner. Either you already have one or you're seeking one. And if you're seeking one, that person's already there. And that's what how we need to believe is whatever it is we seek, we have to believe that it's already there. That person is already in my life. I just haven't met them yet. Or all those resources I need to start my business, I already have them. It just hasn't arrived yet. Okay, it's like the check's in the mail. So this is really a really cool combination because we've got all this love, and the wolves are the teachers. The teachers teach the pack. We've got the queen. She's made it, so she knows what's going on, with the pages and the knights and all the people. So this is like you've made it, and you're going to rule with love. Put love in your heart. It's so powerful. Let's see what the secret language of animals adds. And we get more orange. So we had the orange jellyfish in stack 1, and now we get the orange-bellied parrot. Again, orange is such a powerful color. It is all about joy. And we've got this love card with the wolves. We've got the queen who's self-assured, and now we get this orange parrot, which is like just glorious colors, bringing in all this life. And it's card number 36, which is a 9. And let's see what it says. When the parrot flies into your world, he brings a burst of fresh energy and the gift of acceleration to your path. Acceleration, that's funny because we have the lightning stone there. The wolves are running. Just as Parrot flies through trees at great speed, angling his body to maintain acceleration while narrowly missing branches, he calls you now to trust the energy rising within and to be ready to leap forward with dynamic and radiant expression. Some planning may be needed, but don't get hung up on the details. Movement creates energy and new possibility. The path will reveal itself as you take steps, and it's often easier to see what needs to be navigated once you are in motion. Like a rainbow in motion, your light will learn to bend. As part of opening the channels for your full expression, Orange-bellied Parrot calls you to communicate openly, honestly, and clearly with others. Here's this communication, this Queen of Swords. She is the communication, and the parrot is asking for that communication. Also, I have to point out that the wolves communicate with each other as well. Excuse me. And it may be with sounds, but it's also with body language. You know, the wolves that are running together as a pack, they're not necessarily making any sound, but they know exactly where to go because of the other wolves around them or ahead of them because of their body movements. Okay? So that is a really cool stack, gotta say. That was stack number 2. If you chose stack number 3, your stone is Terahertz. Terahertz. And it's all shiny. Terahertz can help enhance your mental power. It has energy to help you overcome difficulties and to improve yourself. You can use terahertz when you need tolerance for a situation or to be around people, or the strength to continue on. It's also good for people who have a lot of responsibility and stress. such as business owners, or maybe you're starting up a business. This also resonates with the frequency of hydrogen bonding the network of water, which makes up, about 70% of our bodies. So, this is just me. I feel like this is a really good moon cycle stone. So, really good I'm getting teenagers especially. Okay, so let's start with your first card, which is the Tarot Grand Lux. More swords. Okay, we've had swords in all 3 stacks. We had the upside down 8 of swords in stack 1. We have the Queen of Swords in stack 2. And we have the 10 of swords in stack 3. Again, focusing on all the overwhelming stuff coming at you. Focusing on the negative. Focusing on what you don't have. And we need to turn this around. We need to turn this around. So whatever you asked about, stop focusing on the lack or the negative. Please turn this around so that those swords just fall away. See, if I turn this upside down, what happens? Those swords are just going to fall to the floor. Okay? Find the positive in whatever situation you're asking about. It's there. You just got to be able to see it. Because your next card from the Spirit Song deck is the Shaman card. This is like, it's like the Hierophant. This is super spiritual, divine. Like here's you focusing on the negative, and here comes Spirit saying, yeah, we got your back. Let go of those swords. If you just let go of those swords, we've got you. We're going to swoop down. And we're going to pick up those swords once you release them. You have to release them, though. And I feel like there's at least one person I'm talking to. You are holding on to those swords so tight because that's what you know. And it's scary to let go of the swords. Yes, it can be scary. But you know what? What's even scarier is the fact that you hold on to those swords and you keep holding on to those swords. You want your life to change? It's not going to change while you're holding on to the swords. Let the swords go. Drop them. Because the divine has your back and your front and your sides and your top and your bottom. This great divine is going to swoop in and take care of you, but you're not letting it. This is all about 3D, being human, and I have control. And this is all about 5D and higher and saying, no, you really don't have control. Let it go. Let this go. We got you. Okay? I'm feeling like this is really powerful for at least one person out there. You know that saying, let go and let God. That's exactly what that is. Let go and let God, Creator, Source, Great Spirit, whoever you believe in. If you don't believe in anyone, any beings in a higher realm, at least believe in your higher self. Okay? So what do we add to that from the secret language of animals? We add card number 7, lucky number 7, the fabulous sea turtle. What a beautiful card. Sea turtle. It says beginnings, self-reliance, journey, and home. Let's see what the book says about 7, sea turtle. The message of turtle is to simply begin. Okay, so I just have to say this. We've got these 2 cards. This is all about your rebirth. We just had Easter weekend. We've been reborn. We get to start over. And actually, we get to start over every single day. We don't have to live today the exact same way we lived yesterday, or the day before that, or the day before that. We always get the opportunity to start this day anew and fresh and different. But it's all up to you. It's inside you. It's in your heart. It's in your mind. So this turtle wants us to begin anew. Great journeys are made with small steps and steady progress. Turtle wisdom recognizes that our first steps into any adventure and endeavor may feel clumsy, maybe even dangerous and scary. But when the moment comes to birth an idea, start a new friendship, a new love, or take your first steps down a path that calls your heart, whatever that may be, there is no substitute for simply answering the call. You need not hurry, but don't wait until the conditions are perfect. The act of beginning makes the conditions perfect. It's like taking that leap of faith. That's the Fool card. It's the very first card in the tarot, and it's the hero's journey. The first card is where the Fool takes that very first step and creates that path that's coming for us. We don't get that golden path until we take that first step. We have to do the work. When we do the work, like get rid of the swords, that's when the divine will swoop in, right? So in the same way that a giant 1,700-pound sea turtle soars weightlessly in the sea of his belonging, you will find a sense of buoyancy rising within as you give yourself the gift of immersing in the energy of your calling. As I'm reading this, I have goosebumps everywhere. No matter how great the task may seem before you, no matter how tiny your first steps may appear, know that you are honored for that which you bring to the circle. You are part of a bigger story unfolding, and your dreams are connected to many others. Turtle teaches us endurance through peace, patience, and gentle perseverance. Turtle calls you to find a sense of home within your own being now, and to know that your journey through the world will always be supported. That is beautiful. So find your strength. That's what that stone represented. Find your strength. Drop all your swords. Stop allowing yourself to be overwhelmed. Know that the divine has got your back, because you have a brand new journey, and you're just going to go with the flow, and you're going to find that your life is so much easier, and it's beautiful. Life can be so beautiful once you drop those swords. All right, so that is stack number 3. Well, thank you everybody for joining me. I'm going to do a little singing bowl here. And I send you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things, because we are all deserving. We are all worthy. Have a beautiful, blessed day, my wonderful soul family, and thank you.